shattered right now. I don't know what to do. I lost my beautiful angel.
Thank you for watching Why I Killed You TV. Today we're going to be talking about this very tragic situation. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this particular video. On February the 5th, 2022, 23-year-old Ariana Nicole Reed was tragically killed during a custody exchange at the Park Plaza Apartments in Brown Deer, Wisconsin. She had just dropped her off her 2-year-old son, Egypt, per the request of his father, 26-year-old Lavelle Huddleston, with whom she no longer had a relationship, guys, but they were attempting to co-parent. As Ariana was leaving, Huddleston shot her from the second-floor balcony. 2 bystanders, Michael Anderson, 31, was also killed, and Eric Lewis was injured. They were both attempting to assist Ariana after she got shot. Following the shooting, Huddleston went live on Facebook expressing his remorse for killing Ariana, and he indicated that he himself was also suicidal. Shortly after that, he killed himself. Ariana was a dedicated medical assistant, and she wanted to eventually become a RN. Known for her vibrant personality and her entrepreneurship, she was in the process of launching a vending machine business. Her family remembers her as the life of the family with an infectious energy that uplifted those around her. Their son, Egypt, is now in the care of Ariana's family. The community mourns the loss of this young woman whose life was dedicated to caring for others and building a better future for her child. Let's run this clip.
They hate you. You're gonna die. I don't want to do this.
In the early hours of February 6, 2022, a 23-year-old college woman was found dead in Brown Deer, Wisconsin, after a custody exchange went wrong. Ariana Reed had just dropped off her 2-year-old son to his father after her husband, who had already been struggling with their separation, asked to see their child. But instead of a peaceful exchange, the situation escalated in a horrifying way.
I'm shattered right now. I don't know what to do. I lost my beautiful angel.
Ariana was shot dead by her husband, and as if that weren't chilling enough, her husband went on Facebook Live immediately afterward, broadcasting his horrific actions to the world.
Just come get my son first! No, have somebody come get my son. He in the house with me. No. Yes. Hey y'all, I just want to say I'm sorry. This is gonna be the last day everybody hear from me, bro. This is gonna be the last day y'all hear from me, bro.
This is the tragic story of Ariana Reed. 23-year-old Ariana Nicole Reed was born on April 8, 1998, to proud parents Aaron and Tracy Reed. Raised in Brown Deer, Wisconsin, Ariana grew up surrounded by the love of her tight-knit family, including her 2 siblings, Trenica Reed and Aaron Reed Jr. From an early age, Ariana's bright personality left a lasting impression on everyone she met.
Some of y'all babies don't know how to flirt, so let mama teach you how. Step 1 is to smile, step 2 is to look down, step 3 is to look back up. Ready? 1, 2, 3, here we go.
You know our love would be tragic.
She was known for her infectious laugh, warm heart, and radiant smile that could light up a room. Her loved ones often said she had a very special way of lifting spirits, even on the toughest days. It was this fiery spirit and warm presence that made her unforgettable to those who knew her best, especially her family. Her brother, Aaron Reed Jr., lovingly described Ariana as the life of the family.
She was the life, you know what I'm saying? She was the life of the family. Anytime we came together, we always looked for my little sister to keep the joy going on around us.
She had a contagious energy that made every gathering brighter and every room warmer. Even from a young age, Ariana displayed a fierce sense of independence, always insisting on doing things her own way and never afraid to chase what she wanted. One of her deepest passions was caring for others. Ariana had always felt a strong pull toward the healthcare field, driven by natural compassion and a heart for service. Despite her young age, she was both focused and ambitious. At just 23 years old, she turned her dreams into reality after earning her degree from Bryant and Stratton College. She then began a career in healthcare, working as a medical assistant while pursuing her goal of becoming a registered nurse. Ariana didn't just work hard. She inspired others while doing it. She even began vlogging her daily life, sharing her journey in the medical field with followers online.
I have my heater every day that I plug in first to get it warm in my area, and then I open the lab basically and take out all of the needles and things that we lock up so people don't steal them, basically. I do like quality controls on the machines before we do anything with the patients and their specimens on them to make sure they're running properly.
But behind these fun-loving videos was a story that no one could have anticipated, a story that would change everything. Her videos offered an honest glimpse into her routines, challenges, and achievements, showing how deeply she cared about making a difference in people's lives. But Ariana's ambitions and entrepreneurial mindset would extend beyond the workplace. Always thinking ahead, she was in the process of launching a vending machine business as a way to build multiple streams of income. It was clear she wasn't just dreaming about success, she was actively creating it. In addition to her professional pursuits, Ariana was a vibrant content creator. Her TikTok account became a space where she shared her daily routines and tasks. Whether participating in viral dance challenges, scrapbooking, giving tips on hair care, or just a sneak peek into her everyday life, her content radiated joy and authenticity. She frequently posted updates about her business journey, makeup tutorials, and fashion advice. Those closest to her often recalled how she never held back. Ariana spoke her mind with confidence, always fearlessly authentic and unapologetically herself. She had an undeniable enthusiasm for life, and it touched everyone lucky enough to know her or follow her journey online. That same irresistible charm would lead her to start dating a man who would set off a chain of events that no one could have imagined. Ariana began chatting with a young man named Larvell Huddleston, popularly known as Vel. He was a 26-year-old aspiring rapper who was active on social media, where he shared videos of rap challenges and was just having fun.
I have mistaken, I'm patiently waiting to hit him. I sick him, they get him. Riding through the ops hood, guess what I'm on?
What started as a casual exchange soon blossomed into a connection that felt refreshingly mutual. Ariana often spoke passionately about her business ventures and career goals, and Larvell, in turn, shared his own aspirations and dreams. Their conversations quickly grew more personal. They talked about family life, their visions for the future, and their beliefs about love and relationships. Larvell came across as charismatic and attentive. He listened, encouraged, and complimented her often. For Ariana, who was juggling work, school, and entrepreneurship, it was comforting to have someone who seemed to genuinely understand and respect her ambition. What drew her in even more was the way he celebrated her achievements. He admired her hustle, her creativity, and the way she lit up any room. At the time, Larvell appeared to be the ideal partner, supportive, present, and emotionally available. Their chemistry was undeniable, and for a while, everything felt just right. What started as a casual conversation soon grew into something more. Ariana and Larvell started dating. Even Ariana's father, Aaron Reed, described Larvell as the perfect gentleman. He mentioned having Bible study sessions with him. Larvell had made a good impression on those closest to her. Ariana and Larvell shared joyful moments together. They enjoyed the same kind of music, outdoor adventures, and future aspirations. To top it off, they loved social media, where they started sharing their loved-up videos and pictures on TikTok and YouTube. For example, this video.
Does he prefer spooning or getting spooned?
Boom.
What is his favorite sport to play?
Football.
What is his favorite thing to do together?
Everything.
What is his dream car?
Charger.
What makes him angry?
Me.
What is his favorite team?
He don't have one.
Would he rather play video games or watch a movie?
Video games.
What makes him happy?
Me.
What motivates him?
Me.
What's his favorite position?
What?
Small forward.
Everything.
Small forward.
Our girlfriends about their boy.
Now, you see all the plans and dreams they had? One day, something happened. Something they did not mention in that video. About a year after they first met, Ariana found out that she was pregnant with Larvel's baby. While her family had been happy about the relationship, seeing how much the two appeared to care for each other, the news of the pregnancy came as a surprise. No one had expected things to move so quickly. Still, Ariana's loved ones rallied behind her. Although they were concerned about the sudden shift in their journey, they trusted her judgment and respected the love she had for Larvel. It was clear that she was determined to embrace this new chapter with the same dedication and heart she brought to everything else in her life. She was excited and nervous, but ready. Ariana had always been driven, and motherhood was no exception. She began preparing for her baby while continuing to work and pursue her nursing studies. She often spoke about wanting to give her child the best life possible, a home filled with love, support, and opportunity. And as the days turned into weeks, Ariana's focus shifted in ways she hadn't anticipated. A few months later, Ariana and Larvel welcomed their baby boy, whom they named Egypt. Immediately, Ariana embraced motherhood wholeheartedly, dedicating herself to her new role as a mom with boundless love and devotion. Egypt became her world. From the moment he was born, Ariana shared every special moment on social media, capturing their bond with photos and videos that showed her nurturing side. Her online presence was flooded with adoring posts about Egypt. To Ariana, motherhood was her greatest accomplishment, and she wore that role with pride. While Ariana settled into her new life as a mother, Larvel was struggling. He found himself trying to adjust to the demands of fatherhood. It was a huge transition for him, and at times, he struggled to find his footing. Becoming a father was a completely new experience, and Larvel wasn't always sure of what was expected of him. Still, he tried his best, but it became apparent that he wasn't as ready for the responsibility as he had anticipated. And just as much as a child can bring couples closer together, this was not the case for Ariana and Larvel. Instead of strengthening their bond, the arrival of Egypt sadly became a source of growing tension between Ariana and Larvel. A few months after his birth, cracks began to show in their relationship. What once felt like a promising connection started to unravel under the pressures of new parenthood, emotional distance, and differing expectations. Despite her joy as a mother, Ariana found herself carrying more of the weight alone, emotionally and physically. As the stress mounted, arguments became more frequent, and their once loving dynamic started to fade. But as time would reveal, not everything was as picture perfect as it seemed. It wasn't long before Ariana and Larvel decided to go their separate ways. But even after their breakup, Ariana remained committed to doing what was best for Egypt. She was determined that their son wouldn't grow up feeling the absence of his father. She encouraged a co-parenting relationship, hoping that Larvel would stay involved in Egypt's life. Her priority was always her son's well-being, and she made every effort to foster a strong bond between Egypt and his father, regardless of the status of the romantic relationship. Ariana would frequently bring Egypt to spend time with Larvel, but in Larvel's mind, he was hoping for something else. Larvel still held on to hope that he and Ariana would rekindle what they once had. He believed that somehow they could work things out and become a family again. But Ariana had made up her mind. She was moving forward with her life. She was focused on her son and her career and building the future she had always dreamed of. Though she respected Larvel's role as Egypt's father, she no longer saw a romantic future with him, and she made that clear. For Larvel, that rejection cut deep. He struggled to accept her decision, and What began as emotional frustration quietly grew into an obsession fueled by control and resentment that would tragically change everything. On February 5th, 2022, Ariana did what any loving, responsible co-parent would do. She dropped her son, Egypt, off at Larvell's apartment after he requested to spend some time with his child. It was something she did often. Despite the ups and downs in their personal relationship, Egypt's well-being and ensuring he had a strong connection with his father was important to her. Unbeknownst to Ariana, tensions had been simmering beneath the surface. Larvell had allegedly been struggling emotionally, and his inability to cope with their breakup, along with his growing resentment, had reached a dangerous boiling point. However, this visit would take a devastating turn. After Ariana dropped Egypt off with Larvell, what should have been a peaceful exchange between co-parents spiraled into horror within minutes. They got into an argument, and while no one knew what the argument was about, it escalated with terrifying speed. As Ariana turned to walk away from the apartment, likely hoping to de-escalate the situation, Larvell snapped. In a sudden and unprovoked act of violence, Larvell retrieved a firearm. Standing on the second-floor balcony of the apartment building, he opened fire on Ariana from above, striking her multiple times. Despite her injuries, Ariana didn't give up. She desperately tried to crawl back into the apartment building, likely hoping for safety, somewhere to hide, somewhere to survive. But Larvell wasn't done. Driven by rage, he came down after her. When he found her lying face down, helpless and bleeding, he reloaded his weapon and fired multiple times again, ending the life of the woman he once claimed to love. Two residents of the apartment complex, 31-year-old Michael Edward Anderson and 36-year-old Eric Lewis, were inside their homes when they heard the gunfire erupt. When they looked outside and saw Ariana lying wounded and struggling on the ground, they didn't hesitate. Despite the danger, both men rushed out to their apartments, determined to help, with no concern for their own safety. Anderson and Lewis ran to Ariana's side, trying to help her, but Larvell, still armed and consumed by rage, wasn't done. He turned his weapon on the men trying to save her and opened fire on them. Michael Anderson, who was fatally shot, died instantly at the scene. Eric Lewis was struck in the leg and seriously injured, but by some miracle, he survived.
The victims and the suspect in the Brown Deer apartment shooting over the weekend have now been identified.
Fox 6's Angelica Sanchez tells us the suspect went on Facebook Live before turning the gun on himself. She joins us live with what we learned today.
That's right, guys, and unfortunately that disturbing video is still circulating around social media despite the suspect's social media accounts being taken down. We are learning more about him and of the victims of Saturday's tragedy. The medical examiner has identified the suspect in Saturday's shooting in Brown Deer as 26-year-old Larvell Huddleston. Authorities say the shooting started as a domestic dispute.
It's all over Facebook right now.
Huddleston went on Facebook Live after fatally shooting the mother of his son. She's been identified as 23-year-old Ariana Reed. Huddleston also shot two other people in the parking lot of his apartment complex. The medical examiner identified one of them as 31-year-old Michael Edward Anderson.
The best we can tell is people are trying to help out.
The other victim shot by Huddleston survived. His name is Eric Lewis. He declined an on-camera interview but told Fox 6 over the phone Anderson was shot while trying to help the 23-year-old woman.
Just when one would think it was over, it was just the beginning. Larvell Huddleston then made a chilling decision to go live on social media.
Just come get my son first. No, have somebody come get my son. He in the house with me. No. Yes. Hey, y'all, I just want to say I'm sorry. This is going to be the last day everybody hear from me, bro. This is going to be the last day y'all hear from me, bro. I'm sorry. There's just been too much going on. Police out here. She did. Police right there. Somebody come get my son first. This not finna end well for nobody, cuz.
A neighbor alarmed by the chaos and relentless gunfire, quickly dialed 911. Police responded swiftly, arriving at the scene by 10:09 a.m. to reports of shots fired. What they encountered was a nightmare. 2 bodies on the ground, including a critically wounded young woman, 23-year-old Ariana Reed, lying in the parking lot. But the danger wasn't over yet. Larvell Huddleston was still armed and unstable. As officers began to assess the scene, Larvell opened fire from his second-floor balcony, aiming directly at them. Bullets struck a squad car, narrowly missing the responding officers. In a tense moment, the officers made the decision not to return fire, mindful of the escalating situation and the fact that a child was still inside. Inside his apartment, Larvell could be seen pacing back and forth with his weapon in hand. Egypt, Larvell's 2-year-old son, was crying uncontrollably, confused and terrified by the gunshots and shouting outside. The same child Ariana had lovingly co-parented for and whose relationship with his father she had tried so hard to preserve was now caught in the middle of an unfolding tragedy. As the situation intensified, police quickly set up a perimeter and called in tactical units. Nearby residents were ordered to shelter in place, and the peaceful neighborhood was suddenly transformed into a scene of chaos and full-blown standoff, unfolding in broad daylight. During the video, Larvell was seen pacing the apartment with a weapon in hand, repeatedly pleading with police to ensure the safety of his son. At the same time, he openly declared his intention to end his own life. His behavior was erratic, unsettling, and heart-wrenching to witness. He also displayed the clothes he wanted to be buried in.
I wanted to get buried in. Nice little jacket. I know he do. But he got good grandparents. Yo, y'all. Egypt, huh?
And briefly opened up about his mental health struggles, stating, "Me, mentally, I've been through too much. I'm not straight. I'm not crazy, but it's a lot of shit I can't take."
Silverwood. That's a whole body right there, bro. I'm not the right person, bro. Me mentally, like, I've been through too much. Just come get my son first. Yeah, because y'all finna have to kill me, bro.
The 8-minute live stream captured him walking back and forth, visibly distressed, on the brink of a tragic decision. He told his viewers that this would be the last time they'd hear from him. Off camera, he could be heard praying for forgiveness.
Your strongest battles to your strongest angels. I failed you and everybody else. Please continue to watch over my son as he live his life. And I pray best for his mama and her family. In Jesus' name, I pray, amen.
His voice barely audible over the chaos building outside, yet in the midst of the breakdown, there was a flicker of clarity. His thoughts turned to his son. He begged police to safely remove the boy from the apartment. To a friend watching the live stream, Larvell made a desperate plea to them to look after his son and to settle whatever debt he owed to Ariana's parents, as they are good people. Little did they know what was about to happen next. After several tense minutes of the standoff, a muffled gunshot rang out from upstairs in the apartment. Without hesitation, Milwaukee's tactical team moved into action, breaching the premises. Officers stormed into the apartment, where they found Larvell motionless on the ground, presumed to have taken his own life. Miraculously, baby Egypt was found unharmed, though undoubtedly shaken by the horrifying scene. The news of Ariana's death left her family devastated. Her mother recalled that just hours before this tragic event, Ariana had finished soccer practice with her 2-year-old son, Egypt. Afterward, she had been dropping him off at Larvell's home, unaware that the evening would end in such unimaginable heartbreak. At the time of the incident, Larvell was facing a pending weapon possession charge from October 2020, with his trial originally scheduled for July 2021. However, due to the global pandemic, the trial had been delayed, leaving unresolved legal issues that would remain overshadowed by the tragic events that unfolded that night. As investigators dug deeper into Ariana and Larvell's relationship, they uncovered a complex history that raised troubling questions. On the surface, their relationship seemed relatively normal, and To most people who knew them, there were no obvious signs of trouble. However, beneath the surface, Larvell was battling inner demons that few people were aware of. In a Facebook post from September 2020, Larvell opened up about his struggles, revealing, "I suffer from paranoia and PTSD, so no, I'm not normal. My environment most definitely played a major part in why I move the way I do." Despite this candid admission, those close to him didn't see any clear signs of the mental health issues spiraling out of control. His friends and family were shocked by his actions on that fateful morning. Ariana's father in particular noted that if Larvell truly had mental health struggles, he had never witnessed any overt signs of them. "If he really had any issues," he said, "I never saw them. He always seemed like he was in control whenever I was around. There was no clear motive behind Larvell's actions. There were no reports of recent arguments or escalating tensions between him and Ariana. By all accounts, the morning seemed like any other. Ariana was simply dropping off their son Egypt at his father's home, as she had done countless times before. Ariana's family and loved ones remembered her as a bright star, full of promise and potential. Her infectious energy and radiant spirit left an indelible mark on everyone who knew her. Many friends and family members took to social media, posting heartfelt messages to honor her memory. A vigil was held in her honor, with loved ones coming together to celebrate her life and mourn her tragic loss. In an effort to assist with funeral arrangements, a GoFundMe campaign was launched by Tracy Reed, Ariana's mother, to help the family during this incredibly difficult time. Tracy shared that her beloved grandson, Egypt, is currently in the care of his grandparents, offering a sense of stability amidst the heartbreak. Ariana's father, Mr. Reed, expressed that he had known Larvell for at least 4 years, and the tragic events that unfolded were something no one in the family could ever have predicted.
They hate you. You're gonna die. I don't want to do this.